Hi everyone, welcome back to the studio vlog. Jen here with the Freelance Life. This week the last 2 weeks have been not so great. I've been struggling with migraines. I didn't film at all last week. I think maybe I got like one clip. I've been working, but I have not been feeling so great. But this week, I didn't get a chance to film earlier in the week, but it is Wednesday. I have a few things that I have to get done today. I'm still working on my Skillshare class that goes up on Friday. I have about, I want to say 2 or 3 more sections left. I've already edited 6 videos for it, and I have probably, I want to say 3, maybe 4 more. There's usually 10 sections in my, 10 courses within my big major course. So I'm still working on that. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days, just editing away. I worked on a project yesterday for an upcoming activism thing that I'm doing. I work and volunteer for this organization called the Debt Collective, and they're big in fighting for canceling student debt. I think I might do a video on that in the future, relating to how I use my creative skills and my art to volunteer and support other nonprofit organizations that are doing some good in the world, and the Debt Collective is absolutely one of those organizations. We are going to be doing an event in August called a Jubilee School, so basically talking about debtors unions and why people are going on debtor strike when it comes to student debt in the US. I know there's a lot of popular YouTubers that talk about how they're paying off their student debt, and I'm hoping that I can bring some videos to highlight the reality for a majority of Americans, because a lot of people are not dealing with their student debt the way some of those people are. And I have been working on a project for them, so I'm organizing with another organizer this Jubilee School for Chicago or Chicagoland area. And we're just going to educate people on why student debt is so high, what the problem is with, the education industry and the higher education and the student loan world. And so I was working on a poster as well as some social media marketing collateral for them yesterday. I was working on editing my Skillshare class. And it's kind of funny, I know I talk about being a professor, but I like to say I'm a anti-establishment professor, because I like to share this kind of information with my students when it comes to things like student debt, and trying to inform and educate on the realities of the issues that are going on in higher education, especially when it comes to the cost of school, and even more so the cost of school for minorities and for women of color, people like me, Latinx, millennials, first generation students. I'm very proud of my journey, and I have a master's degree, and I think that's amazing, but I don't think my master's degree should be the equivalent, the cost of that shouldn't have been the equivalent of a home. And I can't live in my head, so that's my ongoing joke, but I'm the anti-establishment professor, so as much as I am working in the industry, I'm also trying to work through and find ways to disrupt the industry. So that's why I share these videos on YouTube. That's why I create these classes on Skillshare, because I think platforms like that are absolutely changing the way people are looking at higher education and career readiness. I'm really excited about that, and I'm trying to finish up this Skillshare class. These classes, I can only do one a month because they're so intense. I have hours and hours and hours of editing. It's usually a 2 or 3 day process when it comes to actually filming. So I gotta finish that up by Friday. I finally got my copy of that Lunapalooza event invitation that my girlfriend, Jenny, I had been working on helping her create some artwork and custom invitations for her daughter's birthday. So this turned out super cute. It's basically inspired by Lollapalooza and their artwork and their specs from last year. I just created a pattern for this specially because Luna is amazing. She's the cutest little baby ever, and she's a diva, and I do anything for Luna just like I do anything for my girls. I have to finish creating some repeats with some florals that I had illustrated earlier this week and over the weekend. I wasn't completely happy with them. I'm still reworking them. The stickers, actually, I turned them into stickers. They turned out cute. I'm going to cut a few if I have some time today, but I want to actually create some repeat prints with this set of illustrations. Like I said, I'm not completely happy with them, but I did get some footage of me illustrating and coloring some of them, so I'll drop that in here. Work on some branding. I want to, like, I'm going to keep my branding as it is. I just ordered a bunch of new business cards. They're basically the same as I had before, but I had to change, like, the text on them and add some more information on the back, like for my courses, because I kind of throw these in with every order I get just to do some, easy self-promotion. But I want to create some actual, like, branded packaging, thank you card, sticker pack, like cover or closers or headers or things like that, some stickers, and just everything that will make it all cohesive when I'm sending out. And I have everything. I want to at least cut a couple of rounds of it so I have all of it ready to go when I'm packing orders. So I want to work on that later this week. I'm filming today, so that's why I pulled this out. I'm filming my next tutorial, but I'm going through my whole process of how I manufactured washi tapes, kind of sharing my process. I was inspired to do this just because it was really interesting. Someone had asked me, like, I shared the final product and the listing in some of the stationery and planning kind of forums that I follow on Facebook. Because a lot of those people voted and helped me decide which prints to use. And I wanted to share the final product and kind of highlight, hey guys, these are ready if you're interested in making a purchase. But I was really surprised and kind of taken aback at some of the negative like responses and comments that I got from people who were like, how do you trust Alibaba with your artwork? And it was really interesting because I have a feeling these people either A, had a really bad experience with a bad player, didn't do their research, or they just don't know what they're talking about. Alibaba is an industry standard. I've worked in manufacturing textiles in the past, as well as I've taught product development at different universities. And one of the places that I teach my students, and is something that's common in the industry, especially for smaller designers and smaller creatives who are looking to launch product, is to use a website like Alibaba. It's one of the sources where they have some sort of like trade assurance and protections. Because often, like, manufacturers, they don't always have a website and they're too busy focusing on manufacturing product. And the ones that do have websites, sometimes they're really janky websites and they don't look legit. So it's kind of hard to, like, gauge what is a good company, what is not. And I've found that in my experience over the last 10, 15 years, Alibaba is a good place to go to get those protections, because they have things like trade assurance. You get your quotes directly through the interface. And the trade assurance ensures that if you get a product and it's not up to par, you can, like, return them and get a refund and things like that. So I think a lot of the negative comments are like, oh my god, I can't believe you're gonna share your artwork with these places, they're known for stealing. I think that maybe they thought, like, they're thinking AliExpress, I don't know. But I know Alibaba, a lot of those manufacturers are looking for repeat customers, and they're looking to create relationships, business relationships, so that you sell that product, you make money, you can reinvest that money into your company, and then reinvest that money back into that manufacturer and order more. So I haven't had that kind of issue where someone's stealing artwork, and I'm not saying that that isn't the case, but the reality is that you have to do your research up front. And a lot of these people, I also feel like it's like that fear of the other or fear of foreign. I know it's important when it comes to looking at how we can be more eco-friendly and looking at how we can hold companies accountable for being socially responsible, like being eco-friendly and things like that, but also looking at social capital, looking at the people that they're working with, and showing that they're taking care of their employees. You don't necessarily have to wait to get an agent or wait for a big major company like American Crafts or something to bring you on as a collaborator in order for you to manufacture and create your own products. you can do it on your own, and websites like Alibaba allow that. They give the opportunity for smaller businesses to take part in that whole supply chain. And when people come at it with such a negative perspective, it makes me think, well, why else are you thinking this way? And it also highlights to me that people are so quick to judge without actually doing the research or having the experience. So it's really important to look into it more before you make, the snap judgment that, oh, if I share my artwork on Alibaba, someone's going to steal it, because that's not always the case. And a lot of the major YouTubers that you're seeing here within the whole creative artist community, studio vlog community, where do you guys think they're getting their stuff manufactured? They're going through places like Alibaba to find their manufacturers. They're doing the research, and that is how they're able to manufacture these products. I just want to kind of create transparency with that, and that's the whole purpose of that video, because I'm sick and tired of like all the secrecy. And I have this firm belief there's enough for everyone. It's just a matter of sharing that and being open to share that, and in return, the universe is going to bless you with, more than you could ever even imagine. So I'm trying to keep that mindset, remember that, and that's the whole purpose behind a lot of these educational videos, because yes, while some businesses will end up hiring someone like me to freelance for them, there are some people who are interested in creative and capable and tech savvy, and they want to learn how to do some of this stuff on their own. So that's the whole, gist of what I learned this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest studio vlog. Thank you, as always, for your continued support. I hope you got some time to create with me today. And like always, if you enjoy this type of content, feel free to leave a like. If you enjoy my channel, definitely feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!